To another GTA 5 video here on my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing the all-new unreleased Oppressor Mark II and sharing 10 things with you guys you need to know about this vehicle before it's released into GTA Online. So let's go ahead and get straight into things. Okay then, so to start things off, as mentioned, the Oppressor Mark II is not available yet to purchase in GTA Online, but it will be released very soon. Just next week in fact, on Tuesday, August 14th. Now, though Rockstar haven't provided this official release date to us, this information was leaked earlier today on Twitter by Yan2295, one of the most trusted and credible sources for leaked information in the GTA community. It was this guy, Yan2295, who actually leaked this entire update months back. Yan, though, said this on Twitter: coming to GTA Online next Tuesday, so August 14th, the Benefactor Terabytes, the Pegassi Oppressor Mark II, new missions, and the new DJ, the Black Madonna. So there we go. Supposedly then, next week on Tuesday, the Oppressor Mark II will be available in GTA Online to purchase, and it's worth noting you don't get it through buying the original Oppressor and upgrading it to this Mark II variant. It is a completely separate vehicle which you can purchase from the Warstock Cash and Carry website. And once available, there'll be two prices for it, a buy it now and a trade price. The buy it now price is $3,890,250, or alternatively, there is a trade price for $2,925,000. But to unlock this, you first will have to own the Terabyte, so that's why the Terabyte is being released at the same time alongside the Oppressor Mark II on Tuesday, and you'll also have to complete 5 client jobs, either as a VIP, CEO, or MC President. And these client jobs are new jobs and missions which will be available inside the Terabyte once it's released. Now, although yes, the Oppressor Mark II will be one of the more expensive weaponized vehicles available in GTA Online once released, in my opinion, you'll find out throughout this video. For starters, this vehicle has some pretty awesome customization features, making this vehicle even more overpowered than it already is when you first buy it. It is worth noting though, to customize the Oppressor Mark II, you have to buy and own the Terabyte. It's only inside this truck that you'll be able to customize this vehicle. You cannot use the MOC or the Avenger. In the terms of customizations though, you won't find many appearance-changing customizations. In fact, there's just one, that being the option of changing the engine to a Vortex engine, which as far as I'm aware of doesn't make any change or difference whatsoever to the vehicle's performance. Now, quite surprisingly, for the first time ever, the Oppressor Mark II is the first vehicle which isn't a plane or a helicopter to have the option of fitting countermeasures to it. This being something you guys definitely want to do, and we'll talk about more later on in the video. This vehicle also has weapon upgrade options. From standard, it comes fitted with 2 machine guns. You can upgrade these though to an explosive MG, which of course fires explosive rounds, or you can fit homing missiles. We'll come back and talk about these weapons some more in a few moments. Now, alongside all the other standard upgrades, things such as the armor, the engine, the respray, and so on, you also have the option of fitting a livery to this vehicle. Now, most of these, as you can see, are the military ones which were added last year in the Gunlink update, but also some new ones as well which are available for this vehicle, many of which I'm sure will be exclusive and rare ones only available during special events if you log in and play GTA Online at certain times. There are a few new ones as well which I'm scrolling through right now. Now, as for the weapons, there are a few things you guys need to know about these. So as mentioned beforehand, from standard when you first buy the Oppressor Mark II, it will come fitted with 2 machine gun turrets from standard, on either side of the headlight. This machine gun turret isn't particularly powerful, as I'm sure you guys already know. It's only really useful for killing pedestrians or popping tires. Now, you have the option to upgrade these in the Terabyte with 2 different options. The first weapon choice being an explosive MG, so a machine gun that fires explosive rounds. Now, as you can see, the rate of fire isn't particularly fast, but you are firing explosive rounds which are pretty powerful, so just a few shots will blow up most cars. It is worth noting though, you don't have unlimited rounds with the explosive MG. I'm not too sure of the exact number, but it's something like 100. And then finally, as for weapon option number 3, this being homing missiles. These being the exact same ones which you get on the Oppressor, so they fire the same amount of damage, they travel the same amount of distance, they have the same sort of lock-on, and so on. You're also given the exact same number of missiles as well that you get with the Oppressor, that being 20. Now, of course, once you run out, just return to your garage or go back inside your Terabyte, turn around and go back outside, and you'll be given another set of 20. You haven't got to pay for them or anything along those lines. Now, in regards to the weapons, you haven't got to unlock the upgrades. The original oppressor, when it was released with the gunrunning update, you had to unlock the homing missile launcher if you wanted to fit it on the vehicle. With this though, the Oppressor Mark II, you don't have to unlock the explosive MG or the homing missiles if you want to fit them. Just buy the Terabyte, take it inside, and you'll have the option of upgrading them straight away. What you can't do though is purchase and fit all three weapons at the same time, so the standard machine guns, the explosive MG, and the homing missiles, you can only choose one. Now, although this Mark II variant should be a newer and better version of the original, the Mark II Oppressor isn't quite as good in some areas, one of those being the boost feature. Once you use the boost, it doesn't just recharge itself like it does with the Oppressor, you have to physically stop accelerating for the boost.
With Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can compete on your seat. Play today at your favorite bar or restaurant. Express Sports. Compete from your seat.
It's the recharge, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. And to use it, it has to fully recharge, so you have to stop accelerating for a few seconds to allow that boost to fully recharge. Whereas for the original Oppressor, as long as the rear wheel has touched the ground at some point, it will then begin recharging. And the boost feature on the Mark II variant doesn't last quite as long either, or provide as much of a boost in terms of speed. Now, as for the Oppressor Mark II's speed and performance, it actually performs differently depending on whether it's hovering above the ground, like it is right now in the gameplay, or flying through the air. Hovering above the ground, it accelerates to its top speed of 127 miles an hour pretty quickly, and for a top speed of 127, that's pretty impressive as well. Faster than 99% of vehicles that we have in-game, and when you use the boost feature, it gets up to 136 miles an hour. What you'll find though when you take off and fly around through the air, the bike isn't quite as fast. Now its top speed does vary depending on what altitude you're at, and what I found was the lower you go, the faster its top speed
looking
is.
at the cryptocurrency in my wallet, and I guess he didn't deliver all the stock.
So certainly not
I'm
quite as quick
transferring what's
as
there
hovering
and
above the
logging
ground
off.
to drive about. But
LJT
at a
out.
speed of around 85 to 90 miles an hour, it's still pretty impressive. Bearing in mind this vehicle's hover and flying ability is almost identical to the Deluxo. In fact, the noise it makes whilst flying around is identical to the Deluxo. And like the Deluxo, you can also fly or hover above water. And it doesn't matter how still or how wavy the water is, the bike of course will react and just fly over it as if it was regular terrain. But it is worth noting you have to be steady and you can't make any sudden turns at speed, otherwise what you could find, especially on wavy water, is the front end, it dips down a little bit as you turn, and if it catches the water, the bike will just go straight in and be destroyed. Now, something else you guys need to know about the Oppressor Mark II, it is almost impossible to fall off this thing. It doesn't matter what you bump or crash into, whether it's a building, a lamppost, a tree, or a moving car on the road, you won't fall off like you would on the Oppressor or any other motorcycle. Plus, of course, don't forget, this vehicle has the option of having countermeasures fitted to it as well, which means that when you're flying around, if anyone fires missiles at you, whether it's from another aircraft like a jet or a helicopter or just a homing missile launcher from the ground, you can activate your countermeasures to then deflect or distract those missiles. Now, something else you guys also need to know is that when you get onto the Oppressor, like getting into a plane or into a helicopter, you're also given a parachute every time. So for whatever reason, if you want to jump off the Oppressor and parachute to a location rather than just fly there, you can jump off and rest assured that you'll have a parachute on you every single time. And then as for the 10th and final thing I'll be sharing with you guys in today's video about the Oppressor Mark II, although it's listed as a motorcycle, it's also classified as a special vehicle. So when requesting this vehicle, if you want to use it in free roam, you'll be going to the interaction menu, making your way to vehicles, and then going down to special vehicles, scrolling through there like you would if you wanted to request